Hello, Araya here. I wanted to do a grounding meditation for everybody. Now, this is a technique I learned from someone very special named Julia Stubbe. She's an excellent practitioner, and I highly recommend her. It's actually funny. I was thinking of a way that I could kind of expand on this grounding exercise to make it my own, because I want it to be original. But honestly, I couldn't really think of anything in the past week or two because I just think this technique is so perfect. So I'm going to share that with you guys today. Also, I think there's a lot of misconception about grounding. And when we're grounding, we're actually bringing ourselves to the present moment. When our attention is in the future, when our awareness is in the future, we can have the tendency to get anxious. When our attention is in the past, we could have a tendency to get depressed. But in the present moment, we tend to be pretty perfect, right? The other aspect of that is when you ground, you want to expand that energy to dissolve all cords of attachment. And that's anything that we're relying on for our happiness or security that's outside of ourselves. And we really don't want to rely on anything outside of ourselves other than maybe something like big, divine, and everlasting like the earth or the sun. So I find grounding very helpful for that too. And because it brings your awareness to the present moment, when your awareness is elsewhere, it's not doing anybody any good. We want all our power, all of our awareness, all of our energy in the present moment, so it's at our disposal for whatever we want or need. So the other thing before I start is, I'm going to do this at a moderate pace. But you could do it slower and get a little more therapy out of it if you need some, extra clearing and centering, or you could do it faster if you're in a hurry and you're a good visualizer. But then that would lead one to ask themselves, well, how do I know when I'm finished? We all come to that conclusion with using our psychic senses and our intuition, and that's different for everybody. So for me, the way I can tell is that I like to feel. I actually feel the tingles. And, when I feel it completely, I know. I feel and I visualize. But there are some other people that just have a knowingness, and that's fine. There are some people that see, and that's it, and that's fine too. Whatever your way that feels right to you is totally the perfect way for you. Whenever it feels right, that's when it's right for you. Okay? So I want to start this now. Now we want to start by bringing our attention to our heart center. And when I bring my attention to my heart center and get myself centered in that heart center, I like to think of something that evokes feelings of unconditional love, that evokes feelings of gratitude, and even a little bit of bliss. Now, I would imagine a lot of people would have children or partners or pets. For me, I use my pets and I channel experiences. If you have nothing in the present moment, you can channel experiences too, just to get in that heart space. So now we just want to get in that heart center and get ourselves in a zone where we can feel the tingling here, and we're just feeling love and gratitude and joy. We're going to take some nice big deep breaths. And we're going to make a cord. We're going to send this love down through our root, and we're going to create a three-pronged cord, 3 prongs. So we're going to create like a plug, a cord that goes not only down through the root, but also down our legs and feet. So let's create this cord and let these 3 prongs penetrate the earth's crust and go all the way down to the crystal core of Gaia. And then we're going to connect that cord to the crystal core of Gaia so it could anchor. And now we're going to send this loving energy up that cord. That warm, loving earth energy. It's going to move up our feet and our calves. Move up our knees and our legs and thighs. And then this energy, these 3 prongs are going to meet around the pelvis, and it's going to move up the hips, cleansing and clearing the root chakra at the base of our spine. As it moves up, it's going to cleanse, clear sacral and the solar plexus as it passes up the hips and the stomach. It's also going to move up the chest. And as we take some nice big deep breaths here, it's going to go even further and move up through the heart center. And as it moves up through that heart center, this loving earth energy is going to pump through the heart and all through the veins and move to the entire body. Let's take a minute to allow that to happen. And this warm, loving earth energy is going to continue moving up the body and up the arms, up the shoulders, and up through the throat, cleansing and clearing as it goes. Remembering to breathe deeply, it's going to move further up the chin, mouth, and nose, clearing even the parachakras in the nose and the ears and the eyes. It's going to move further up the brow, through the third eye and through the crown, engulfing the entire head. And we're going to bring this warm, loving earth energy up past through the crown. And we're going to create another cord through the crown, up through the upper chakras. And this cord is going to go all the way to the galactic center, to the great central sun, where it's going to connect. And before we take any energy from there, we're going to send some of that loving earth energy. We're going to keep 95% of that for ourselves, but send 5% up there to anchor at the great central sun. So we're going to send it up, and that's going to connect to the great central sun. And that great central sun is going to return that love 100-fold with some warm, loving source energy. It's going to come down through the upper chakras, down through the crown, penetrating the head. It's going to move down through the third eye and cleansing and clearing the head. Down past the throat, past the shoulders, cleansing and clearing every chakra along the way, opening channels. As we move further down, it's going to go down the arms and past the chest, clearing the heart, moving down to the stomach and solar plexus. And this warm, loving source energy is going to continue going down the hips, the sacral, and then the root chakra, and it's going to move down our legs. And this energy, the source energy from the great central sun, is going to move down these three prongs. And just like we did for the earth energy, we're going to do the same thing with the source energy, where we keep 95% of it for ourselves and then anchor 5% of it down, sending 5% of it down to Gaia to send her back some love too. So we're going to send it through that three-prong cord to Gaia, so she gets 5% of this warm, loving source energy. And what we've created right now is this toroidal field where we have energy both entering and exiting, both through the crown and through the root and the feet. And creating this and anchoring this as such makes it so it lasts much, much longer. And that's why we anchor all these energies to the earth and to the great central sun as well. So now I want you to take this moment to kind of step outside of this and either feel or see or know that there's this force field there. And now we just want to expand this force field to be as big as we need it to be in this present moment, because this will also act as a shield, and this will also serve to dissolve any and all cords of attachment that are not to the earth or to the great central sun, freeing up our energy. So all of our energy returns to us, that belongs to us, and all energy that isn't ours just gets pushed out. We don't need that. We just need our energy. So we want to expand that, allow it to cleanse, and these energies are also going to heal whatever was taken away wherever these cords were. Take a couple of deep breaths, and whenever you're ready, you can wiggle your toes and open your eyes. But this is I like to do this personally because I have issues staying grounded. I go ahead and I do this as soon as I wake up, and it just helps me function throughout the day. Um, and, you know, whenever I'm starting to feel scattered and like thinking about too much at once, and my awareness is here and there and everywhere, it's all over the place. At that point, that's also when I do it. Whenever I'm feeling nervous or my mind is all over the place, and it's like a lifesaver. I really hope that this serves you all as much or even more than it has served me. I send everybody love, light, love, and lots of blessings, and have an amazing day.